Hello, it's Cassie here with another Heffy Doodle video. Thanks for joining me today. I am going to be playing with some new stuff. We'll talk about it and we're going to talk about what I'm making this card for, but take a look at that sequin pack. That is the Covesea sequins. We also have the Basics Summer Holiday paper pad and self-adhesive enamel dots. We're going to be using the Rolling Hills Landscape, we have the It's Your Day Jumbo Die, and then we also have a little Shellfish stamps and dies. Love these. I mean, it's going to be perfect for our Sizzling Summer challenge. And then I'm going to, of course, bring in some alcohol marker friendly cardstock. But like I said, this is going to be for the challenge for August, which is called Sizzling Summer, and it is a Facebook challenge. I'll have it linked down below. I love these challenges, and I love seeing what everybody keeps making for these. They're so much fun. So be sure to head to the description box down below so that you can check out that challenge and that you can join along. All right, I've already stamped out all of my images. I stamped them using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink onto some of that alcohol marker friendly cardstock, and I'm putting all my colors up on the screen for you. I am not making a red lobster. We're doing a pink lobster because I wanted to match with that beautiful summer holiday 6x6 basics paper. So I love this color combo, this pink. These are kind of my new favorite pinks. And I've got the RV55 was my lightest. My mid-tone was RV06. And I like to go lightest to darkest and then work backwards once those colors are on there. So then you'll see me bring in the RV55 to blend everything out. And then just for good measure, I will bring in the RV17 one more time just to add a little bit more depth in there. And I think it's just so cute how this little lobster ends up turning out all cute and pink. And then we're going to move on to coloring our crabs. And I've got a lot of crabs up on there, and we're going to color them in a mint green color. And I'll put those colors on the screen. We've got YG11, that is going to be our lightest color. And I'm going to, like I said, color them all the same. And I'm matching that summer holiday paper. Our next color is G14. And it's interesting to me how sometimes when you put the color down before you blend it out, which you don't always have to blend it, but sometimes before you blend it out, it really looks like, whoa, that's not going to work. But that's the beauty of alcohol markers. They blend. And so you can get that softened edge, but still have that dramatic color change. Then for our little stars, we've got Y06. Didn't put the colors up on the screen there. And then Y19 is our darker color. And then for our little hermit crabs, I'm going to put some Y26 for his shell. And then I'm going to bring in some YR27 and I'm going to do some stippling on him. So we'll do that stippling, and I try to do big dots, small dots, just wherever I think the shadowing might be. Then I'll bring in that Y26 and pounce over the top again. And then the YR27, bring in just a little bit more, and then it just gives it some depth. And then for his little coloring, his little, I guess it's not skin, but we're coloring him B06 and some B18. And then for all the little hats, they're all going to be the same. I decided I was just going to do C3, and I'm just putting a shadow on there like they're just white hats. My next step would be to bring in all the matching dies and run that through our little Heffy Doodle mini die cutting machine. You guys know I love this machine. It's amazing. So I'll have to run these through a few times, but there's all of my pieces. I'm going to go ahead and attach all of the hats to all of our little critters because I made enough hats for every critter other than the stars. They don't need a hat. I mean, they could. I could have done more hats for the little stars, but I just chose not to. And then now I'm going to bring in that basics paper, that summer holiday basics paper. And I've decided on this striped blue. And that's where our Rolling Hills Landscape die comes in. I'll run that through my die cutting machine. And then check out this darling little mini paper trimmer. It's brand new and it is perfect for cutting those little pieces, and it's great for on the go. So we haven't done any camping in a little while. It just hasn't worked out. But when I do go camping, you best believe I'll be bringing this along with my little mini paper or my little mini die cutting machine. So I'm just cutting this down. You can get a score blade as well. But this is what you see here is what it's going to be. So it's just perfect for those little cuts. It's so great. I love it so much. And then I'll run this through my mini die cutting machine. And then take a look at how all these things are going to go together. I've decided But let me trim off that one piece. So when that cuts out, it has these little, it keeps it all together, but you can easily trim it apart. So I'll save that piece for another project later. And then we'll put our sun together. And then I'm going to bring in that cute little paper trimmer again, because I'm going to use that to cut out more of that pattern paper for our It's Your Day jumbo die. And then I can run this, because it fits perfectly through my mini die cutting machine. I'll run this through as well. So I love it. Love when that all works out like that. So it's great. All right, so now I'm going to start building up my scene. And I just have a piece of white cardstock that I've cut down to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So that's the full front of an A2 size card. I'm going to go ahead and attach down my rolling hills that I have turned into rolling waves. So there's some versatility here. They don't just have to be hills. And then I'll attach down my sun using that same liquid glue. And then I'm going to try and build my little scene around this, but let's attach down our words as well. I love that pattern paper. It's so fun. And there's a lot of, or a couple different ones that you can get your hands on. But it says summer basics. However, I mean, obviously these are basics for any time. Great, great colors. All right, that's going to end up going kind of in the middle, so I need to build my scene around that. So I'm going to grab out a few pieces, play around, and see where I want to put stuff. I'm going to put this little lobster down in that lower right-hand corner inside the wave. And then I've got 2 of those little crabs. They're going to go on the wave as well. Just tuck them in like they're popping out of the ocean to tell you that it's your day. And then I've decided I want to make this a flat shaker. I'm so excited for that. So after I get these 2 little stars down, I'm going to cut down some packaging. And I like to use old packaging. It feels like you're recycling. It's great. And so here we have the back of our panel. I'm going to take some double-sided adhesive and put it on all 4 sides. That's what you want to do when you're making a full shaker, a full flat shaker. So once I do that, then I'm going to pull in some of that packaging. I've peeled off 3 of the release papers. I'm leaving one of them on, and then I'm just going to wrap. I start at the bottom, and then I wrap the sides. And you'll end up with these, bulky corners, but you can trim that down so that it's not super bulky. So that's all I do. That doesn't affect the shaking bits at all. Everything's going to stay put. And then I'm going to bring in that Covesea sequin pack, which is so great. It has a bunch of different sizes of sequins, and it even has some little gems in there. I mean, I love these. They're so pretty. And these are great for more than just shakers. You can obviously, take just some of the pieces and you can put those on the fronts of your cards to embellish as well. Now is when I can take off that 4th side of that double-sided adhesive, and then I can just seal everything up. And again, we'll have those corners that are a little bit bulky, so I'll just trim those up. And check it out, we have a full front shaker. And so then getting my card base ready, it is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of cardstock that I've scored at 4 1/4. This will be a top folding A2 size card. And then I'm going to decorate the inside. So I'll bring in one of the sentiments from our little Shellfish stamp set, ink that up. It says, "Go cray cray, it's your birthday." The puns in these Heffy Doodle stamps just have me giggling all the time. And then I have a lot of leftover pieces, so I'm just going to have fun just decorating the inside. I love doing that. You'll notice, if you've watched me make any of these before, oftentimes I have a sort of plan, but I like to just stamp out a bunch of images, and then I have a bunch of leftovers to be able to put on the inside of my card to really bring home how everything is. And you'll notice I have one of those little hermit crabs left. Don't worry, he's going to get used. And then I'm going to use some thicker double-sided adhesive to adhere down my shaker. And I'm putting this right on my card base. I'll peel off that release paper. And when I say thicker, it's just a 1/2 inch. It's not thick. It's just a 1/2 inch in diameter or width or whatever. And then I'll attach down my panel to my base, and then I'm going to use that same double-sided adhesive on our words. So I'll peel off the release paper on that as well, and then we can attach that down to the front of our shaker. I don't want to cover up anything, but I do want it to be a little bit centered. And then I'll take our last little hermit crab, and I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue to adhere him to the upper portion of our words. And then once he's on there, that's going to finish off our card for today. So yeah, this is for that Sizzling Summer Facebook challenge. I'll have it linked down below along with a blog post to go with this card. So be sure to check all of that stuff out. Go get your thinking caps on so that you can start thinking about what you're going to make for the Sizzling Summer challenge. I hope you enjoyed this card. If you did, please hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And big thanks for using my affiliate links and watching my videos. Those things keep me producing videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.